Muses, where everything is awesome, and especially awesome are movies, Western movies. We love movies here at Miss Martin Muses, and the movie this month, chosen by Stig Kenobi, was the Magnificent Seven 2016 version. And so here he is all the way from the north and the future to talk with us about this.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So how's the future?
Well, spring is running high and heading fast towards summer.
I can't believe it. Yeah. Isn't today the first day
Well,
of spring?
why can't you believe that? Seasons are kind of constant.
I know. I can't believe how quickly it has all happened. But yeah. Oh my goodness. I think today is the equinox. I think it fell on the 20th. Let's see. If it is the first day of spring, let's see. Spring equinox. I'm ready though to get rid of any stupid daylight savings times. I'm really sick of it. Yes, it is today. Okay, so it is officially spring. Woo! It is not fake spring. And you know who is not fake spring at all? It is Snortopoopas Kuber, all the way from the north as well, out on his iceberg, saying hello to us. And yes, R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Yes, we are all very, very sad to have seen him go.
You know, we're only just 3 months into the year, and already we've lost, Chuck Norris, Robert Duvall, Catherine O'Hara, Tim Noonan, and Robert Carradine. So they're dropping like flies,
Yeah. Except for the fact that, it's all your fault. You've been killing them off left and right.
Yeah, blame the Norwegian always.
Yes. Well, no. Because it's a little bit of a joke because of our game that we're playing, and that whenever they die or something happens, it's like
D&D game, not something twisted.
Yes. Oh gosh. Thank you for clarifying.
I felt I should.
That's how rumors get started. And it's Iron Faith, Phil. Hello. Thank you for being here. Yes. And thank you, Snortopoopas Kuber, for being a sword of House Rose. Thank you for being a member. And so everyone is, we got that earned a frowny face, I think, for you there, Stig. And or maybe it was me. Maybe it was both of us. We are accursed people. Oh boy!
Well, it's probably me because you put it on me.
Oh, that's true. I did, didn't it? Because of the game, yeah. But as far as the game reference, yeah, I did not catch that and how that could be taken. But in any case, we are here, and sadly, Chuck Norris, he is a legend. On the other hand, people are getting old, a lot of these guys, and death does come for us all. The Reaper is waiting to reap his reaping ways. So I don't know. We're all screwed. But Catherine O'Hara, as you're saying, I think we were saying in the back room, she was not as old though, so that was kind of sucky that she,
Yeah, Noonan and Carradine wasn't that old either, and James Van Der Beek.
Well, indeed. They're legends. May they rest in peace. Oh gosh. Iron Faithful says Final Destination RPG. Well, you're not entirely wrong, apparently. But my gosh. He was 87. Nice long life, yeah.
86.
Oh, 86? Oh, close.
Yeah, close. I think he just had a birthday.
Aww. Well, you know what? That's the only thing that could defeat him was death. Everything else was, frightened of him. What's the joke that the day after he was born, Hitler killed himself?
Yeah.
He said, "That's it. I surrender."
Not sure if that's accurate, though, but it's still funny.
It's a good one. Yeah, exactly. So, RIP, definitely. Well, our main reason, of course, for being here today, though, is to talk about the Magnificent Seven the remake, the 2016 one. Now, since I had never seen the Magnificent Seven at all, I also watched the original one. So, you know,
Which is better. The original one is a better movie.
oh,
This one's more popcorn.
yeah. I mean, this one, to be honest, it didn't necessarily have to be the Magnificent Seven. It could have just been some random cowboy thing. It just happened to have the name. But there were 7 of them, and they were very diverse. I mean, they checked off every single box in this one.
Yeah, you could tell, and you could also tell by who survived.
Mm-hmm.
And who saved the day in the end.
Yeah. On the other hand, the main
Still
guy
fun.
was, yeah, it's still fun. I mean, and this was made right before it really, really got obnoxious. So I think it wasn't as noticed. But, if you do have Denzel Washington, for crying out loud, I mean,
he was really good in this too.
Yes. He was badass. But this man could do anything and be amazing. Let me go ahead and let's do it. Like, look at that. He just, that look on his face. I mean, I would run away from that. The boxes as they existed then, yeah. But he played the role that Yul Brynner played. Though they gave them all different names. I think they wanted to give them catchy names for some reason. So the really only similarity with the original story was there were 7 of them, and there was like this town that this big baddie came in and was like killing the people, stealing from things, raping the women,
and
stealing the land.
The bad guy wasn't a Mexican this time.
I noticed that too. Yes.
Also, a guy with PTSD was in there, same as the original.
Oh, that is true. That's correct. Yes. Yeah. Now, I don't know why though they couldn't have just kept it, because in the original version it was a Mexican town that it happened in, so it was like Mexican on Mexican. But for some reason they changed it.
Juan on Juan.
Oh my gosh. Well, yes, that would be correct. Thank you for that nice little image to put in our heads. But yes, indeed. And not just that, see, it was a very small town, and I don't know, I felt a little more of the underdog feel in the original one than I did in this.
It's because the other one is longer and more fleshed out, and it has more depth. Didn't really they didn't come across as underdogs in this, because they were portrayed as extremely skilled early on.
Yeah. Well, you did have Yul Brynner. I mean, hell, he scared me. I was like, yeah. And I mean, Denzel Washington stepped in that role really well.
Oh, yeah.
But, well, in this version, let's see. I'm reading from a plot. I'm not going to pretend this is my own summary. A big, bad, evil gold mining tycoon. Of course, it's a gold mining tycoon. Bartholomew Bogue, accompanied by an army of hired guns, seizes control of the frontier town of Rose Creek. Yeah, so they totally took it out of Mexico, or border or whatever, and forces the residents to work as cheap labor for his mine. The big, bad evil. You can almost hear him twirling his mustache. Being announced.
Even had a mustache.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Being denounced by the residents, Bogue had their church torched. Yeah, he was frothing at the mouth. He burned down their church, for crying out loud, and several of the townsfolk. I mean, for crying out loud, including a farmer, Matthew Cullen. He was brutally murdered in public view. And one of the main characters, they did have a woman who was not part of the Magnificent Seven, but she was kind of with them. That was her husband that was killed. And so she's seeking revenge. That, of course, was also not an element of any story that was in the original one. But yeah. I guess it was a good way to start off the movie. It was shocking. It established, hey, there's some pretty bad people. And Denzel Washington, he comes in one of his first scenes that we see him, he comes in and they are all like, hey, can you help us, brother? And he's like, no, he's a marshal, I think, in this?
No, kind of a
bounty hunter. Yeah, he was a bounty hunter. So he wasn't. So at first he was like, no. And he was at a bar and some people were going to like take him out. And this scene was pretty cool, where the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy was there. And they really had, Chris Pratt. They had some really, really sick shootout scenes. So, 2 thumbs up about that. So I was watching this with my sister. We did enjoy that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Sort of Poopus is like the big, bad, evil corporate villain. How original. Yeah, and he enslaves them to work in the mine, for crying out loud.
So it would be a minor offense.
Oh. Oh, boy. So his name in this is Sam Chisholm. And I know what happened. He changed his mind when he heard the name Bogue. So he has a personal vendetta against him. But we don't know what it is. We will find out at the end. But then he's like, okay, I'll help you all out. And of course, everyone that's there in the town, they're all corrupt, all the sheriffs and stuff. Let's see. And then it says, Chisholm tells the terrified townspeople that they have 7 days before Bogue's army arrives. Although some flee, most are determined to fight. So that's the whole thing. So don't you love it? We have a countdown. We have 7 days. We've got the people. It's like, are you ready to fight for yourself? Now, that is a little bit of a classic kind of Western feel, like, hey, let's go ahead and we're going to stand and we're going to fight. And there's lots of training montages and stuff. So that's okay. Let's see. The 7 liberate the men held at the mine, take the explosives stockpiled there, and spend the next week fortifying the town and training the townsfolk. Oh, yeah. Now, out of all the things, I hate to say this, but when we finally got to the Comanche joining them, I was like, really? It was like, really?
Yeah, there's an Asian, a black guy, a Native American, and a Mexican.
Yeah.
They literally checked all the boxes.
Yeah. Though the most compelling character for me, besides Denzel Washington's character, was the one played by Ethan Hawke. He had PTSD from the Civil War, which is it's often a thing in Westerns. It made me think of the character from Deadwood. He also had it, though he was a doctor in the war. And so he couldn't fight, he had issues. So,
Ethan Hawke was superb in this.
He was absolutely superb. It was.
I still think Vincent D'Onofrio was the best actor in this. He played more of a funny role, kind of. But and then I'd say Ethan Hawke and Denzel in joint second place.
Yeah. I mean, every time, definitely Denzel was on the screen, he just stole every minute of it. I mean, okay, so I'm going to go through here in more detail about our diversity 7. We have the Chris Pratt who's the funny guy. He's the stereotypical charming but alcoholic gambler and sharpshooter. Now, I
Well,
really liked
I'm
him.
not sure if he was alcoholic.
Okay, well, that's what it says here.
Really? Yeah, no, he wasn't drunk or anything.
Oh, you know what? That's right. This summary's wrong because he actually did a bunch of card games. That's what he was known for.
Yeah,
It was
yeah. I
the
mean,
other guy was the alcoholic.
he had some whiskey now and again. I don't think any was alcoholic.
Well, no, the Ethan Hawke's character, because remember he had a flask he was always drinking from, and then at the end when they're buried, they put that on his grave, his flask.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he was an alcoholic though. It was just like for his nerves.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. But yeah, he had PTSD. I mean, check out this name. So Josh Faraday was Chris Pratt. He was the
That's
trickster.
good Western name though, Josh Faraday. That's an
Yeah,
awesome Western name.
you should use that one actually. Um, Ethan Hawke's character is Goodnight Robichaux. And then we had Billy Rocks, the stereotype. He was an Asian who was going around throwing knives and stuff.
Yeah, holy crap, he was awesome though.
Yes, he was.
Probably,
he was fun. Yeah.
he was probably the most dangerous guy in the group.
Mm-hmm. Well, besides Denzel Washington, he was pretty lethal. The Mexican guy, Vasquez, Jack Horn.
The Mexican guy was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him. Yeah. Actually, I liked all of them.
Yeah, they weren't annoying DEI.
No. The one that got the short end of the stick was the Indian guy because they barely gave him any lines, and they learned later on that he can speak English. He just never did. Mm-hmm. But he was like the least fleshed out of all of them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was just kind of there.
It's like he just shows up and goes, "Hey, you're missing a race. I'm going to join." You know.
Yeah. We need 7.
Yeah, he had an awesome fight though, didn't he, with the other Native American?
Mm-hmm. Oh hell yeah! Yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah, he had. It sounds awful when I say it out loud. He had his own little Native American nemesis, a personal nemesis. Sorry, Poopus Cooper said, I used to name Josh Random for an Old West bounty hunter character. He committed a lot of random shooting. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, 2 thumbs up. One of my favorite characters, though, besides, of course, Denzel Washington's, was the Mountain Man guy, Jack Horn. And when they said, yes. It's like, that's a bear in a coat. Or clothing. I thought it was pretty epic. I really, really liked him. And then, well, and the fact that the Comanche guy was called Red Harvest. It's like, really? So in other words, I mean, not really a lot happened. I was a little bored, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of like gather the gang, train the locals, and then, kill the villains.
No.
But then, that's classic Western, though. It's just a lot of the old Westerns were basic in their stories, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing that we said when we were watching it, we said, if Denzel Washington hadn't signed on, I'm not sure that this would have been a movie. Maybe a TV movie, but definitely not a big major release. They wouldn't have done that.
I don't know. Well, there was enough big names in there, but Chris Pratt, he was huge at that time.
That's true.
if Denzel hadn't been in it, they would have had to get another big name though, because his character is what carries the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So probably the most important one. And if you're going to do a remake, you need to have someone that's at least as good as Yul Brynner. And I think they definitely got that.
I was about ready to say those are some really, really big shoes to fill, and I'm not sure anyone else but him could have done it. But I also like the fact that they tried not to make it a carbon copy because that would have been pretty dull.
Yeah.
And you can't mess with Yul Brynner. I mean, he was a legend. But when we get up to the big bad fight, it was pretty predictable when Ethan Hawke's character is like, I can't do it, and he kind of rides away. And we were all like, yeah, right. He's coming back. He's coming back.
It would have been fun if like everyone died and then like the final scene is Ethan Hawke still riding away. Still hauling ass.
Yeah, that's what we would have done if we had written it. That would have been pretty funny. But not very epic. For sure.
He was good with that rifle though. Holy shit.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah. There was some really good shooting, and that was the best part of the movie. I don't think I would ever rewatch the whole movie, but I would definitely rewatch the whole final scene.
Yeah, they did really good with the shootout at the end.
Yeah. I mean, for starters, it was a really cool shooting. I mean, these guys, and you could tell that they were having the time of their lives. It was like boys getting to dress up with, guns and being in a town.
And if you think about it, all of these people would have watched the Magnificent Seven, and if you're an actor, especially a guy, and you get a hey, want to be in a new Magnificent Seven, you're gonna say yes immediately.
Yeah. A little bit of side note. The score was by James Horner, sort of. He had written some of the main beats, some of the main tunes, if you will, but then he very tragically died in an airplane crash, and it was finished by somebody else. They didn't use the score from the movie, but I was very, very happy that at the end during the credits, it was kind of cool when all of a sudden that music starts coming, the main theme, and I'm just like, yes, they're doing it. And then it came out, and they kind of had a curtain call where it was like they had Denzel Washington, and then all the different characters like looking all epic, and that was cool. I really was happy with that, and of course, R.I.P. James Horner.
I would have hoped that when they had the whole gang and they were riding towards the town, that's when they should have played the theme.
Yeah, that would have been epic as well when you saw them for the first time, but I guess for reasons they chose not to do it. I mean, it's probably one of the best film scores ever, let alone one of the best Western film scores. I know it left and right because it was some of my orchestra work. It's a fun piece. It's a very fun piece.
Yeah, the best one tends to always be the catchy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like you hear it once and then it sticks with you. I mean, the Star Wars theme, Jaws, Superman theme, right? Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. If you heard it once, it just sticks in your head.
Yes. Sort of Poopus Goubert says Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen kept trying to upstage each other while filming the 1960 movie. Yes, I heard that. Which, I mean, those are some two pretty big egos, Sarah. And yeah. And in a way, I guess it worked out because their presence was very presently in the movie. But I thought that the shootout, first of all, just the traditional shootout part of it, and you got a few fisticuffs and the like, and all with all the children and the women that were hiding in the basement. We've got to protect them and save them. And then those SOBs pull out a Gatling gun. And oh, dude, that was bad.
Yeah, they just peppered the shit out of the whole town.
Yep. That's when a lot of them got killed, of course. And there was just nothing you could do against a Gatling gun. And didn't one of the characters said it's like they've got the devil's own gun or something? And I can definitely see how that is how they would look at it.
Yeah. I would have liked a sequel to this.
Hmm.
With the survivors.
Yeah.
But maybe it's also good just to have it as a one-off. But if it had been a big hit, it probably would have gotten a sequel. But this was like, I don't think it flopped, but it wasn't a massive hit either. It's kind of like nobody
It was
talks about it. It's just. But I don't think I've heard anyone say anything bad about it either.
No, it was modestly successful. It did make a profit, but not a huge profit because the budget was so big. That was when we started to get budgets that were just almost out of control. And I'm sure Denzel Washington commanded quite a price for his appearance. But
yeah, and I don't think Chris Pratt was free either. I mean,
no.
Guardians of the Galaxy and the Jurassic Park franchise and stuff. He was that was a big name.
Yeah,
and it was kind of up and coming too.
Yeah, no, you're right. But
Which would be what Steve McQueen was at the time.
yeah, because it was 1960.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know off the top of my head what his big successes were, but of course, Yul Brynner, he had won the Oscar for The King and I. So, he definitely was the crap. Now, in the original ones, they did sequels. They did like 4 sequels. I think that it was very well made, whether well set up too, as you said. Now, the original one had Yul Brynner, but I'm not sure if it had anyone else from the original. And then by the end, it didn't have anybody. But I guess it's okay that you could just have a Magnificent Seven.
It's like the Magnificent 7-3, which contains none of them.
Exactly.
So it's just like a little bunch.
Mm-hmm. Well,
bunch of other people.
When I must admit, excuse me, when I watched the movie, the original, I didn't realize they were all going to die. I'm like, what the hell is this? They're supposed to be the Magnificent 7. Now we're down to 6. Then we're down to 5. And it ended up with 3. And I'm like, screw this show. I think I even said something like that.
Well, the original, right? You had Steve McQueen and Yul Brynner, but you also had James Coburn and Charles Bronson.
Oh, yeah. Damn, you did, didn't you?
Yeah. And Robert Vaughn as well. Was a very good actor. The guy he played the PTSD guy. And he's awesome.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'd forgotten about it. Yeah.
James Coburn dies and makes sure to toss his knife into the fence as he croaks.
Yes. That's
priorities.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh man. It was good. But one thing about this, to go back to the Gatling gun, that if you didn't know how deadly those things were, I mean, this is like the poster child for, okay, let me explain to you what a Gatling gun was and what it did. If you haven't played it in Red Dead 1, for sure, that was a huge thing in Red Dead 1. And in Red Dead 2, every time a Gatling gun shows up, you're like, you got to take that person out. Otherwise, you are fudged.
Yeah.
And then, right as my sister was saying, they're going to run out of ammo. And then they did. And it took them a bit to reload. We forget, back in the day, you had reload time. And so during the reload time, they were like, okay, we've got to do this, got to do that, and try to, set things up for the next round of it. The Gatling gun and that kind of technology came toward the end of the Civil War, and it changed warfare forever. I mean, the basically of the machine gun
Yeah.
And we saw that, of course, in World War One, where the tactics had rather the machinery had outed the actual tactics. But all you had to do was show up with one of those, and there was nothing you could do, except if you're Chris Pratt. This was fantastic when he goes up to take him out, and then he plays dead. Spoiler alert. And I'm like, oh, he died. And the dude comes up, I guess, to see his dead body or something. And he's like, he has dynamite. And he
Yeah.
blows them all to hell.
He used kind of the same trick in a way that he used earlier in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he went like, yeah, it was never about the gun or whatever. It was all
Yes.
about him getting the, the dynamite.
Yes. So that was really, really cool. And frankly, that was like the coolest badass moment.
I think he did it because he got hit. And I think he knew he was going to die from the wound because he was bleeding
great.
pretty hard. So he basically just made the most out of it.
Yes. So that was really, really.
Chris Pratt was really good in this.
Yes. Might be one of his best roles, to be honest.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame that this was like a minor success when all the actors did a tremendous job.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I should change a picture. There he is. Yeah.
I'm thinking this is maybe a little bit that they wanted him to play Indiana Jones. So maybe with that in mind, they took the role too. I don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I was talking for a while that he should be the one to play Indy after Harrison Ford.
Silly people thinking it would be a man that they would do.
I don't know. It would be, he would be okay, but I still think it should only be Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like with Rocky, nobody else but Stallone should play Rocky.
It needs to be retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snorri Poopus is recommending a movie, The Magnificent Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah. On the small screen. It's one
Peter
of those shorts.
Peter Dinklage could lead them.
Yeah.
Oh, except of course,
And like all of them are using derringers. Those small guns you have up your sleeve.
And those little knives. Oh,
yeah. Pocket knives.
Oh no. Hey, there may come a time. Oh, go ahead.
Snorri Poopus is right. That movie is so bad, but it's so fun. It's got George Peppard in it too.
Oh,
they basically gather 7 superb pilots, and they're gonna fight the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't seen this one, watch it. It's great. It's so cheesy. I mean, one of them wears a cowboy hat, flying a spaceship around with a cowboy hat.
That is pretty epic. All right. Well, maybe I'll look into that. Speaking of which, before we get to the climactic moment, the reveal with Denzel Washington's character, the Seven Samurai that it's based on. Have you seen that movie?
No, I have not. Shamefully, I have not.
Yeah. Let me know in the chat, people. Is it any good? Or is it worth watching? I just never...
I can tell you without having seen it that you should watch it.
Okay.
Because it's big fat classic.
Alrighty. Well, that's my answer. All right. So I'm assuming it probably had a similar ending where they all die. I mean, I was just so bummed. I was bumming the original. So I was prepared for it this time. It's like, oh yeah, they ain't gonna make it.
Hell,
Definitely.
if you think about it, most westerns have a lot of heroes dying.
Yeah.
You know,
Which
uh,
has to happen. I mean, because it is kind of dumb if they don't. It's like, come on. I mean, there's only so much plot armor you can have. And especially when back then, if you got a shot, even something that we wouldn't consider fatal, it would either the infection would kill you or the risk of things like pneumonia, the things that would go, that's what killed Stonewall Jackson. I mean, definitely getting shot sucked, but ultimately that's what did him in at the end of the day. So your chances of surviving a shot or a knife poke, hell, even today, if you get stabbed, I mean, people underestimate what a knife can do.
also, hell, if you think about the Tombstone movie,
Mm-hmm.
only uh, Kurt Russell survives and Sam Elliott, but Sam Elliott loses an arm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the thing. So yeah, so it's Chris Pratt. We endorse him in this movie. Do I have another picture? Oh no, that's it. Those were my notes from our last stream. Okay. And so the climax of the moment is he gets the big bad guy and shoots him, and he's dragging himself into the church. And Denzel Washington is like, let's pray. And it was really, really cool. And it was kind of sinister. Um, and then as he's saying the Lord's Prayer or something, he's like, yeah, like the way my sisters and all that. And it turns out his sisters and his mother, I mean, all of them were raped, then killed by this guy or this guy's men. And then you realize why during the whole movie he always is wearing his collar up really high, and he reveals that they had tried to hang him, but he had survived, and he has that hang him high scar that Clint Eastwood had. So the way he did it, it was so cool and so dark and so epic. And then of course the dude didn't kill him, rather they pulled the fake out where the bad guy was gonna catch Denzel unawares and shoot him, and just when you think he's shooting Denzel, instead the widow comes from behind and blows him away right there in the burned out church.
And she did a great job too, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
She was a superb actress. I can't remember if I've seen her in anything else, but and it's kind of with a cast like this, actors like her will be overshadowed just by the screen presence of the other ones. But she did what she had to do in pretty much a 10 out of 10 with the scenes she had.
Yeah, and you can definitely understand a woman having no mercy on someone that killed her husband like that right in
Yeah.
front of her.
Didn't she also know about the small gun?
Maybe, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think maybe she. Yeah, because
Yeah.
if she didn't, that would make it a bit worse. If they had set it up that she knew about it, that would be perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The villain was good too, I thought.
Oh yeah, he was very moo ha 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 ha.
Oh heck yes! Didn't have a
Uh,
single redeeming bone in his body. Nothing.
no, he was good. Yeah, let me see.
Which is also a classic, old school Western trait. The villain was always really a villain. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like, no, we need to feel sorry for him. He's misunderstood. Like, no, this is a bad guy.
Mm. Yeah. Trying to think if I've seen this chick in anything else now. And then, of course, at the end, they write off. Um, in the original movie, they had said a little bit of a reflection on what it means to be a gunslinger. The old Mexican guy from the town is basically, you're like what tumbles in the weeds or you're but tears and rain. And no, but it was that they're just passing through and but people in the town have like the roots. I forget the quote, but it was really kind of profound. And they did something. They didn't do that in this one. They just had like Emma doing a voiceover the chick. But I'm trying to figure out what the hell was she in. Maybe not a lot. I mean, it's too bad that she didn't because she was really good, as we say. But I think she was in like some small roles. Let's see, cast of Magnifcent 7. I'm gonna look this up. Everybody Google. Speaking of tears and rain, gosh, that so much. Okay, her name was Haley Bennett. And let's see, what else has she been in? Oh, she was in she was in Hillbilly Elegy. I knew I'd seen her somewhere. Hillbilly Elegy, that was the movie about J.D. Vance, actually, and his family. That's excellent. That's superb. And I think they made it before the election, so they didn't realize that they were supposed to hate him. That movie would never have gotten made with whom it was made with, Glenn Close and all that, but she was in that movie, so that's where we've seen her. And Cyrano, oh gosh, the Cyrano, the one, the revenge Cyrano de Bergerac, because everyone was so mad at Peter Dinklage for being such a French shower over the Seven Dwarfs in the upcoming movie that everyone's like, well, we're not going to go see your movie now, so it's off. Even if that movie was good, I didn't want to see it. But since then, I guess she's not really been in much else. Maybe she's been in some television. I don't know. But
Yeah,
she's
she's been in a TV series, like a miniseries called The Last Frontier, which aired last year.
Okay. Yeah, so it's here. She hasn't really been in anything since then. Oh, well.
She's been in quite a few things.
Well, I'm looking here, like not since 2025 or whatever.
Yeah, it was a TV show that was in 2025.
2025? Oh, it's not showing up on the filmography here. Oh, well. All right, so she's working. Okay. But she never became a standout star.
No. Lots of supporting stuff. Oh, she was in The Equalizer as well with Denzel. If you haven't seen that one, watch it. Oh, yeah, she played that girl, didn't she? She's awesome in that movie.
Ah, so that's quite possibly why she got cast. Because
Could
not
be.
that it
Because
could be that.
It was the year before.
Yeah, and I can see Denzel being, hey, I worked with her, she's good. Because a lot of
Yeah.
time actors and other people, if someone's not a pain in the ass, they'll want to work with them again.
Yeah, and Denzel won that Oscar, didn't he, for Training Day with Ethan Hawke?
Oh, I didn't realize he won an Oscar for that. Oh, yeah, you're right, because he got screwed over. No, wait, he won an Oscar for Glory. He won that for Best Supporting Actor, but he didn't win Best Actor for Malcolm X. He should have won it for Malcolm X. So, yeah, so they all know each other. So that makes complete sense.
Well, if you haven't seen Training Day, get it watched.
Okay, Training Day. I'm making a note. Oh my gosh, just my whole life is just more and more stuff. Yeah, that was a 2001, a crime thriller about
It's 10 out of
LAPD
10.
narcotics.
It's a 10 out of 10 movie.
Wow. Oh, wow. Look at Denzel in that. Denzel, I mean, has that man ever made a bad movie or ever given a bad performance? I honestly can't. Oh?
Gladiator 2.
Oh, well.
Rotten movie, and he was not good in it.
Was he the lead, though, in it, or was that Pedro whatever?
No, it was some other guy. But Denzel was one of the main characters.
Okay. Well, What can I say?
But
Oof.
Denzel's in his 70s now too.
Yeah, they're not
So he's
young
actually
anymore.
probably in his 60s in this movie. You can't tell.
No, that man has looked after himself, and I've been a fan of his since Glory. That movie had a profound impact on me, and his performance was just a 1,000 out of 10 in that, and that was a well-deserved Oscar. It wasn't nominated for Best Picture though, because they're ridiculous Oscars, but that's a whole other discussion. All right, so off they go into the sunset to, I guess, have everyone dead. Oh yeah, they showed all the different graves. I thought that was actually quite not melancholy. What's the right word? It was quite moving. It was like,
I
oh,
still think they laid it on a little bit thick too. With the
what you mean with like the ending
with
with the
yeah, kind of
sentimentality?
no, yeah, the voiceover was kind of like, a bit much.
What did she say? It's like, this is what made them magnificent. Or I was some I don't know if that's the exact quote, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking up the quote here that I liked from the original movie. Let me
Because,
see.
if you think about it, Vincent D'Onofrio's character didn't really do much magnificent stuff in the movie, did he?
Mm.
You know? So he
Okay,
was
here's
awesome, but he wasn't magnificent.
no. Well, the only one that was magnificent, really, besides Denzel Washington, was himself. Well, no, wait. I'm taking it back
And
because the
he's-
bear guy, the mountain
yeah,
man guy, was a beast.
yeah, but he wasn't really. He didn't get to do much.
That's true.
You
There
know?
wasn't room for others with those actors in those roles, but
Yeah,
definitely, yeah,
I felt he didn't get to shine
no,
like a lot of the others did.
no.
Same thing with the Mexican. He had a
Oh,
couple of cool kills and stuff, but he kind of faded out.
yeah. No, you're right. And so also was it with well no, Chris Pratt had a really of course he was the most magnificent. He and Denzel and I guess Ethan Hawke kind of. But it was such a
Yeah.
cliche. My
Well, here's the
PTSD.
thing. It's a remake of a movie that kind of created the cliches.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Um Hello, Sean Sue. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a sworn sword of House Rose, a member of Miss Martin Muses. And you too can become a member of Miss Martin Muses, and you'll get shout outs and other little perks here and there. And thank you all for your support. I found the quote that I was thinking of that the old Mexican guy says in the original movie, because like as they're leaving, he's like, "Hey, the villagers, we won." And then he's like, "But you gunslingers are like the wind blowing over the land and passing on." And it's like, yeah, that was great.
The director of Seven Samurai liked, the Magnificent Seven so much, he sent a samurai sword to the director.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, because people, oh no, it's a ripoff, blah blah blah. Like, no, it's not a ripoff. They had permission to do it, and the
Oh yeah.
original director really enjoyed it. So, what's the problem?
Yeah.
You know?
People being outraged on behalf of other people, as usual. Well, stop the presses. Sean Sue, a sword of House Muses or House Rose, has gifted a membership. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And let's see, I've got a few sound effects now. Let me see if I can do this. Da, 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 da. You get applause and cheers and everyone. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you for the newest member, Rosetta Allen. Oh, it's been a minute. Hey, thank you. And thank you for being here. Definitely appreciate it. I think it's called an homage. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yes. Definitely. And there's nothing wrong with doing homages, for crying out loud. In my humble opinion, the only time it's an issue is when you take from somebody and then you actually um, don't admit it, like plagiarism.
Well, you know, Dave Filoni has ripped off this movie three times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember the Mandalorian episode when they're defending the village against the ATSD?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he also did it in the Clone Wars and that Rebels show as well, I think.
Yeah.
So he ripped off King Kong and Jaws as well. Really creative guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. On the other hand, though, didn't we say that they created the cliches? So, maybe
No,
don't
he
not
stole the
there.
plot.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and again, well, what did you say? It's the execution, like that. There's no new idea, but it's the execution that can be plagiarized. That's the issue.
Yeah, you can't plagiarize an idea, but you can plagiarize the unique execution of that idea,
Correct.
which
Yes.
kind of did. But at least in this, it's an official remake, right?
Yeah.
The original was a remake of Seven Samurai, set in the West, and the original director certainly gave his blessing.
Yeah.
But in the other case of Filoni and Disney, they just put it in there.
Yeah. Well, they don't have any original ideas. That's their problem. And they think that, oh, you just have to throw in a few droids and things and you'll be happy. The same way a lot of shows think, oh, you just got to throw in a few dragons and then people will be happy. Or you have to, in Lord of the Rings, or I don't even like to call it the Lord of the Rings, stupid Rings of Prime, where it's like, oh, just have an elf in there and a dwarf and everyone will go, yay, and some
Yeah,
rings and some
just
rings.
just put member berries in there or wow moments, and that's it.
Yeah, that's not how it goes. No, it does not, precious. So in any case, wow, so we are coming up pretty close to an hour. Is there anything like about the movie, any scenes that you want to mention maybe that we haven't brought up?
No, not really. Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio's introduction scene was fun. Those two guys bragging about having killed them,
Mm.
and
Oh,
then he
yes.
just staggers into view and like kills the crap out of them
I
and
was like,
goes,
oh, are you talking talking to
"You
me?
hit me with a rock."
You're right. Yeah. There were some really cool moments. Now, I've forgotten. Did you watch the TV show that they made about it based back in the day? Michael Bean was in it.
I saw some episodes here and there, but I didn't watch it all through. So just bits and pieces. I can see Michael Bean being great though. I think he played the Yul Brenner ish character.
Yeah. Um, alrighty. And I know that the Man from Uncle guy from the original movie, he played a recurring character, a judge, not anything close. Oh, look, it is Jacob Ironside, Stephen Ironside. Thank you for being here. Oh, you didn't like this movie? I can get it. Did you watch the original? Are you a fan of the original? Shansu is wondering, would you recommend it? Well, I guess we would. I mean, I
Yeah.
did enjoy it.
I'd give it you know, this isn't as, deep or anything as the original. This here is more of a popcorn flick, right?
Yeah.
It's more fun and actiony and stuff. And I think I'd give it a, no pun intended, a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, the
So
original. Sorry.
7 out of 10. That's 70% great, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sneezing. I'm muting myself while I sneeze. Yeah, I told you that when I was watching it, I wasn't engaged throughout the whole movie. And the opening kind of got me. There were some funny moments, and then okay, then the ending was cool, and that was that. But yeah, I can't really
Yeah.
say overall it was
Well,
great.
the introduction to the characters, each of them was really good,
Hmm.
but
Yeah,
it's the middle part that wasn't that good.
yeah,
Basically, great first act, mediocre middle part, great final act.
yeah. Definitely, I'm glad I watched it at home on DVD. I don't think if I'd have gone out to see it in the cinema, I would have. I don't know, been too impressed. I wouldn't have paid that money. Yeah, okay. Jacob Ironside's a big fan of the original one and the Seven Samurai. Yeah, the Seven Samurai is what I need to watch. Yeah, the original one, it was very much like the older westerns where it just takes a long time to rev up, but
No.
it's like a snowball, the proverbial snowball that's at the top of a mountain as it keeps rolling and rolling, and then it's this big massive monster and really, really good. And um, that's the classic. This is, as you said, a popcorn movie.
Also, the original is, what is it, from 59 or something?
1960.
60, yeah. Couple of years later, Eli Wallach starred in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So he was in
Hmm.
the Magnificent Seven and The Good, and Bad, and the Ugly. That's
That's
yeah.
pretty badass. It's pretty badass. Yeah, all of these are just such classics. Well, so that's that. I mean, so that's the one you chose. Now, the movie that we're doing for next time, I made the choice. It will be The Searchers, the John Wayne, John Ford classic. So I've never seen it. I'm looking forward to it. And have you
Oh,
seen that?
yes, I watched it for the first time last year,
Mm.
and it was freaking awesome.
Ah, cool.
So you are in for a treat.
Woo.
It's worth the hype. It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. And notice I I told you like last time, I forget which one. I forgot to tell you the one I chose. So I was telling everyone about it, and you're like, was I gonna find out? And
Yeah, I wasn't told.
yeah,
So
I know.
basically, what we're doing is Teresa will pick movies from you know the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and I'll pick movies from the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, and we'll split the 80s.
Yeah. We kind of came up with that would be a good way
Yeah.
to do it.
So
Yeah.
that way we'll get an older one and a newer one every second time, right?
Yeah.
And if anyone disagrees that is a brilliant way to do it, you're gonna die.
Oh, okay. That's a bit extreme. I do not endorse death threats here on Miss Martin Muses. And yes, Jacob Ironside, we mentioned that earlier. You're right. Yeah, all the white people died. I
Yeah,
think that was when we were getting into you're not allowed to kill your minorities or something.
yeah.
That was,
All the white guys die, and the woman saves the day.
yeah. But
But
again,
to be fair, in this case, they had set it up that she was a good shot and all.
mhm. Yeah, she is to me the oh frack the Sadie, the one from Red Dead Redemption 2, that trope, the woman who is made a widow and is getting revenge. It's
Yeah.
it's a good thing. Yeah, the
Also,
searchers.
I thought Vincent D'Onofrio would have made a good uncle from Red Dead.
Mm, yeah, yeah. A lot of these. Well, after I watched the original Magnificent Seven, I saw so many things that I were in Red Dead 2. That definitely. I won't say tribute. That might be too strong a word, but yeah, some of those.
Influences,
Sorry.
influences.
Yeah, influences. Well, because when they were doing the shootout in the original one, even my sister was saying, "Okay, you got to run and hide behind that barrel right there," because like we knew what to tell them what to do, and like they would shoot out a door and then come back in and shoot out the door. So I don't know. It was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Also, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid has quite a few, and also uh, the Wild Bunch.
Oh, definitely the Wild Bunch. I saw a lot of those influences when I watched it. Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking up here for the
I
searchers.
mean, hell, in the Wild Bunch, you even have John Marston's outfit.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Good times. Oh, damn. Oof. Well, I don't know if I'm ever going to actually choose choose it. But the Conager movie was so good. I read the book and then I saw the movie version with Sam Elliott, and that was really, really good. So maybe I'll choose it eventually. I think it would depend on how accessible it is to you over there, or maybe you need to read the book first. I don't know, but that's in my back pocket because really enjoyed that one. There's just something about a cowboy that you just want to get behind. I mean,
Yeah, like in Brokeback Mountain.
I realized exactly what I said when I said it. I didn't mean it like that. Oh, and I need to read. I finally found from Half Price. I found some more of the was it Cowboy or not Cowloo, whatever the heck it is. That also has Yul Brynner in it, actually. Let's see. Yeah, sad story or not sad. Well, it is sad, but he died of lung cancer, and he had an ad that came out, and I vaguely remember this about smoking, like that he had to come out after his death where he's just looking at the screen and he just goes, "Don't smoke." Uh, and yeah, yeah, his death, yeah. Yeah, he did a whole a public service announcement. Oh, it used a clip from it. That was what it was, and I think it was with his permission.
Oh,
And
speaking of Chuck Norris, who just passed away, you know when Chuck Norris tells a joke about Will Smith's wife, Will Smith stands up and slaps his wife.
no, no, no. Oh yeah, the Chuck Norris jokes are coming. Yeah, here's what it said. Yeah, it said, "Now that I'm gone, I tell you, don't smoke. Whatever you do, just don't smoke. If I could take that back smoking, we wouldn't be talking about any cancer. I'm convinced of that." Yeah, so but everyone smoked back then, for crying out loud. It was a thing.
I mean, they were saying it was healthy too.
Yeah, it was a yeah, and it is. It's very addictive. Definitely, definitely a thing. So let me see. What else was I going to see about him? Yeah, the movie that he's in. His Oh yeah, I forgot he was in the Ten Commandments. How could I have forgotten him? He was the Pharaoh, let my people go. He was the one that was not letting them go. Oh boy. Let me see. What the hell is the name of that movie? Yeah, this guy was a beast. He was amazing. And you have seen The King and I, haven't you, Stig? Or have you?
No.
Okay. All right. It's a musical, and it's a bit of a thing that women and gay men watch, but it's really actually very, very good. Oh no, get behind me. Jacob, really? Really? And with the cowboy hat. Damn. Oh, why? Why would you do this to me? Why? Let's see. Do I have yeah, oh, he was in Anastasia. He was in the Brothers Karamazov as well. But I'm trying to find the other Western he's in. Oh well, I'll find it. Um It's so good. I have it right here, but I bought the book, so that might be one as well. So good times. Everything about Yul Brynner. Yeah, don't smoke, kids. Or if you do, I don't know. Get out of it, I guess. I know it's hard. So, what do we have? Westworld. Oh, Westworld. Yeah, that was another one. Yeah, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. The one is like Kalul, but I'm thinking the only name that's coming up is that stupid kid. There was this cartoon called Caillou or something back in the day. Yeah, but he was epic. Yeah, they always show the Ten Commandments, don't they, at Easter for some reason at Easter. But yeah, Yul Brynner. It's called Catlow. That's it, Catlow. That was a 1971 one. So I'm going to be reading the book first, so because that's how I want to first do it. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy is also in it. So, anyways, yeah, we're definitely digressing here. So, anything coming up, Stig?
No. This is like a top 10 with Mara. I think that will be in April. And then we'll be talking about the Searchers in April.
Yes.
And that's it, as far as I know.
Yeah. And, maybe the occasional Song of Ice and Fire, since we're on a roll here. Maybe I'm going to finally do that thing where I debunk, because apparently people don't know how to Google all the things that allegedly George R. R. Martin said. But as I always gripe.
The irony is the people who are upset and bashing Martin for something he really didn't say are the same people that are upset that Rings of Power fans are claiming Tolkien said stuff he never did.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like I said, hate him for what he said, but don't hate him for what he didn't
get
say.
any more retarded.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But I guess money, I guess kids, I've got a good one from Jacob here, but my take with it all is if someone doesn't give a source, a link to something, if they just say someone said this, and this also goes for a lot of fake news that even happens on our side that's very annoying. I remember even during Vax time, they were like, oh, this happened. And I'm like, wait, you said this happened, but where's the link? Let me see the source. If the source isn't there, there's a reason the person isn't giving the source.
Yeah.
So,
well, the reason is Musk let people monetize their Twitter.
Yes.
So that it's only for engagement. And
exactly.
And unless Musk starts cracking down on that crap, it's just going to get worse, because it is worse now than it was, a year and a half ago.
It's really ridiculous. The only problem is he's making too much money. Where's the incentive to put a stop to it?
Yeah.
But Jacob, this may be the comment of the day. Don't smoke and don't get behind cowboys. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, there's a reason they walk around like they've shit themselves.
Don't do this to me. Oh, all right.
Hence the term cowpoke.
Stop. Wow.
Like the magnificent 7 inches. Sorry.
Oh.
Tomb bone.
I don't even know if 7 inches. Oh, sorry. That's a discussion for another day, and I don't want to Google it. All right. Cowboys eat a lot of meat. They do indeed. They do. The whole scene from Blazing Saddles. All right. We are definitely digressing. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you, Jacob Ironside, Sean Sue. Thank you for being a Sword of House Muses. Thank you, Snortopoopas Cooper, all the way from his iceberg, also a Sword of House Muses. We had Sean Sue gave a gift. Thank you very much. And new member Rosetta Allen. We have I hope I got everyone. Oh, Iron Faith Phil was here. Thank you for your support. And all of you that were lurking. I hope that you enjoy this and maybe it will inspire you to watch either this remake. It'll inspire you to watch the original if you haven't, or even the Seven Samurai. The Searchers is upcoming. I'm really looking forward to watching that. I've got content. See, I'm definitely going to be finishing up The Sword, the book, the second book of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, more Song of Ice and Fire content. Some things I need to put together. Oh, how could I forget? How could I forget? It's coming March 25th. March 25th is coming like a freight train, kids. So March 25th is going to be spectacular. Now, I sure hope you know what that is. Don't you, Stig, what March 25th is?
Battle of Pelennor Fields.
You are disgraced and banned from my channel. That was March 15th.
Oh,
why I did it last Sunday.
I think it's Frodo and no, it's a coronation of Aragorn.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Coronation of Aragorn is May 1st. All right. March 25th is
the destruction of the ring.
Thank you. Okay. You started to say it. You were so close.
I'm sick with dates. So.
I know, but yeah, March 25th. Okay. Well, one way you can remember it, I think I've told you that is the feast of the Annunciation of the Lord, the solemnity, rather, the Incarnation of the Lord. It is 9 months before Christmas, if that helps you at all. So there is going to be a spectacular. I am going to be going through those parts of the Return of the King, and then companion stream will be occurring on my Catholic channel because, of course, March 25th, that was a very significant date, obviously. And we're going to be going through the liturgy of the Incarnation, Solemnity of the Incarnation of the Lord, using the missal J.R. Tolkien would have used. So if you are a nerd and a Catholic, this is your moment. This is your moment to be the ultimate Catholic nerd. And then on my channel, we can just be nerds together. So yes, I'm going to be keeping up with that. And let's see, I'll worry about that later. But March 25th is coming on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that here on Miss Smart Muses. And if you wouldn't mind giving me watch hours, I now am up well past 1,000 on my Catholic Explaining and hope to get that monetized. Just need some watch hours. And everyone, please subscribe to everyone here in the chat. I'll probably be doing something on Sola Scriptura since apparently Ted Cruz is retardando and didn't realize what he did. These politicians, they wouldn't, if they're not doing own goals, they're doing more own goals. That's just all I got to say about that. So if you're interested, I might be doing something on Sola Scriptura. And maybe what Ted Cruz put his big idiot foot in his mouth. Hate to say that because in many cases I do support the way he votes, but really, I mean, they just can't help themselves. No one should allow these politicians to use social media. Their interns suck. What else is coming up? I think that's it, but definitely more content is coming, and I think that's partly due to all of your support. What does Shansu say? Today is the first day of the National Cherry Blossom Festival in Washington, D.C. and runs to April 12th. Well, damn it. I love cherry blossoms. I endorse cherry blossoms. Everyone should love cherry blossoms. And of course, this is the 250th anniversary of our Declaration of Independence. That's going to be the most epic July 4th ever. But I am staying as far away from Philadelphia as I can during that. Can you imagine the insanity? The insanity. All right, so that's all I know that's coming up. And let's see. Sorry to put you on the spot, Stig. But yes.
No, it's fine.
This next Wednesday. See, now you're not going to forget it. Or maybe you will.
March 25.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That in 1066. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. And be certain to watch.
Don't get behind Cowboys.
I'm never going to live that down. Well, I would get behind Bill. Well, never mind. I'm just shutting up. I'm sorry. All right.
Bill Murray?
No. Sam Elliott, but it's a different story. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go before this gets worse. So have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, and be certain to watch good entertainment.